and is our main economic earner. But the thing about it is that Barbados needs, and it's sent you the pre-announcement letter, Marcia, and you will see that we looked at the aspect of not being consumers anymore, but technological producers. So
Mm-hmm.
anyone who's interested can go into research on how much money is made from technological companies. And the thing about it is that the trickle down effect will be immense for Barbados because most individuals will be developers from Barbados and also the region. So to me, the future of our country, yes, it is. I agree with, I think Janine said it or Zico said it, but yes, you should have a skill, a physical skill that robots or AI may not be able to do. Yeah, but if this economy is supposed to grow a small island developing state, we need to be able to diversify in the technological space. Yes, also diversify our tourism sector, but the future of our country will be technology, and not only technology, but being the producers of technology. If we do not do that, then we'll be left behind, and we will continue to have an economy that is in a state that is in, no matter which party it is.
Mm-hmm. Producers, not just consumers of technology. I love that. Because a lot of people are consuming technology. And let me just check with some of the others online. Guys, if you met Miss Motley, what would you say? What would you say, right? Um, Pedro says, my follow-up um, question or statement, you should be scolding Ali for drilling oil. Well, yeah, because I mean, Ali is our good friend in Guyana, but she's all about climate change. So why are they such good friends? You should be scolding Ali for drilling oil, right? Ryan Rock says that he would tell her to get lost. Nothing you say to her would make a difference. That's what Ryan, you really believe that? Adrian says, I would pass Motley like she does not exist. Me and she ain't on speaking terms. She might pass you too. Anybody else? Anybody else? What is Liana saying? And then we go to Zika. I can't put it in here. What I tell her. Actually, maybe nothing. I can't stand. Oops. Okay, we won't read the rest of that. But Zico, what would you say to the PM if she's there standing in front of you? You had an opportunity to have a discussion with her. What would you say?
I would basically be frank and answer to basically dismantle the educational system all over again. I will also ask that she looks into the rehabilitation of those who leave in prison, proper programs, whether it's boot camp or whatever the case, especially for our youth, putting things in place for them that they can come back into society and be productive. I also believe that we should be looking into, especially when it comes to the nuclear family, repairing the homes again, having mother and father raising their children. I don't believe that we have homes anymore. I believe we have houses where one parent is basically, supporting either it's a girl or boy. I believe that's affecting our young people. Looking into sports, I believe utilizing our beaches effectively, whether it could be beach sports, whether it is beach volleyball, beach football, soccer, whatever the case may be, but putting certain programs in place that will keep the young people productive and active as well, not just sitting behind the screen, but active as well. I don't believe there's enough programs, especially when it comes to sport and culture, whether it's dance. Same thing she mentioned, dance fest. As you know, I was part of dance fest as well. But those things
Right.
that will get the young people more active and and really revitalize their imagination as well. I believe that we are just regurgitators right now. Whatever happened before we take it, and we just regurgitate it over and over. We're not being innovative and we're not being creative. So putting things in place that young people themselves can be more active mentally.
Yes, yes, yes. Jason is saying that he would ask for a fair election. I would say to her, we want a fair election. Kenneth Norville says if he met the PM, he would ask her what she really meant when she said, "Give me the vote and watch me." She probably said, probably. Oh my goodness. Sonny Onion says, I would ask her why she betrayed her people and her country. is it worth losing her soul? I think it's more like that. I would ask. I would want to know why. One of the things I want to ask is, why don't you wear the flag at official events? Why don't you wear it on your left breast? That's something that puzzles me. I don't understand that. Um, any other questions they have out there? Oh wow. Okay. Okay. But someone is saying that, I know Janine has to go soon, right, Janine? Yes. Well,
Yes,
Janine,
yes.
I want to thank you so much for joining us tonight. And any parting words, or that's it? You got to go.
Yeah, so I just want to thank you for having me on tonight. It was good to be here with you guys and all of the panelists. My parting words would just be that the loyal opposition keep fighting. There's a lot of work that we have to continue to do, and I look forward to seeing you there.
Yes, I hope we can do this. We can do this, again. We want to do this again. All right.
All
All
right, good
right.
night, everybody.
Yes, God bless. Bye bye. Bye bye. Yes. So I have these two gentlemen with me. They soon all start leaving one by one. We just have a couple more minutes before the show is up. But someone in response to what you said, Theirry, about technology, that you would speak to the prime minister about technology, not just to be consumers, but be producers of technology. Somebody said, but Theirry, technology is just to control people. What you say to that?
I I get it. I would ask them to read a book called by can't remember the artist's name, but is Weapons of Mass Instruction. Yeah.
Mm,
So we've been clementized or indoctrinized to be consumers, which to me, and I have to do my research on it, but from my understanding, still is linked to slavery. The slave mindset.
yeah.
Because they realize they cannot benefit as much from our ancestors being on the plantation. So they give us the assumption of freedom so that we continue to be earners for them and buy into their products and that type of thing. I said all that to say this. The persons that are controlling or have, ownership of said technology, yes, you can consider them slave masters, or in other words, you can consider them the overlords, in layman terms. But the thing about it is, if black individuals, right, or minority individuals do not create technology, then we cannot regain our power in a space that we need to. Prime example, I'm a big supporter of when the space race really happens, that we need black billionaires to make sure that when Mars occurs, because it will happen, it may not happen in my time or your time, Marcia, but if we do not place our flag as black people or even minority communities on Mars, we'll be left behind. So all the for example, something that's occurring, I keep my eyes on the asteroid mining, which is worth over if I could remember quickly, about $10 trillion, right?
Mm,
That's an industry right there. But the thing about it, if black billionaires, right, our future black billionaires are not a part of that race, are not a part of that process, then therefore we'll be left behind and then we're still consumers. So I do agree with Andrea Moore. But the thing about it, I need your support. I need the support of individuals that believe that to be the case to support us, buy our products so that we can use that money to invest in our people, invest in the same cultural programs we mentioned, Dance Fest, so that we can we have the next best dancer in the world, continue to invest in Africa, and continue to invest in who we are as a people. So at the current moment, we have Mark Zuckerberg, we have Elon Musk, and just to be frank, they're white individuals, and they do not have the interests of black people at heart. So we need to invest in our black people. We need to invest in our black innovators. As soon as possible, I'm going to show you this, something, right? Another
mhm.
time, remind me to discuss the young man. He's turning 22 this year. I'm gonna say it again. He's turning 22 this year. He figured out a way to turn plastics into gasoline. His name
Mm,
is Julian. I can't remember Julian something. I will research again. But his name is Julian, and what is his Instagram? All right, I will send the information. You can share it. But
yeah.
pretty much, I was trying to get a lot of individuals behind it. He's keep on saying, guys, and I guess he's getting depressed, but he's keep on saying they might want to come and take me out, they might want to do this, they might want to do that. But his inventions are legit. He has the patents at 22 years old. He's creating right
Wow.
now. he's creating right now a chemical transfuser using microwaves. He's saying that the microwaves component, he took about 12 of them, right? I watched him build it. 12 of them and put them into this circular contraction. And he's saying that I can't micro chemical electrolysis ain't not my field, but the thing about it, he explained the science, right? That it's able to break down the plastics back into oil, right? And then break it down back into gas. And that's a black boy that's doing that at 22 years old. So he said that to say this. Yeah, the current persons in control are white, but if you do not support persons like myself who is building and not just to plug in my application LAA, if you don't support us, then they will have control. And I know I've been speaking for an ad nauseum, but I just have to say that. Thank you very much.
But it's you. I love it. I love it. Zico. What do you want to? I mean, he's talking about technology and us not being consumers but being producers, and I think that's probably a code for the whole night. I love it. What are your thoughts about that? Because we consume more of technology than anything else, especially Black people. But although we are seeing Kaisenet and some of them are now producing and making millions from technology. Well, any thoughts on that? You're muted. You're muted. You're muted. Go ahead. Yeah.
Right. He said it so eloquently. I totally agree with him. I echo every single sentiment he said. I do agree. I do believe that the only thing we're still continuing to looking at is building more hotels. We believe that we need to get past the whole idea of this selling service, slavery service, and look at new innovative ideas and to revitalize our imagination for what is the future going to look like and what is it going to be, and be on board. There's not let's be reactive, not be last to the board, but really and truly continue to support these young minds, continue to get behind these young minds, ask them for their ideas, listen to their voices as well, because really and truly these are the ones that who come with new innovative ideas. The culture is always changing. The culture will not continue to remain the same. What worked yesteryear will not work now. And I think getting behind young people and listening to what they have to say and really looking and see like what is the future going to look like, embrace new technology. We were talking about AI, we was talking about chat GPT, we was talking about all these different kind of things. How can we utilize it? How can we use it? How will it benefit Barbados in general? We know that we may not be able to have the oil, we may not be able to sell certain precious metals and stuff like that. But when it comes to intellectual properties and using young people in the right way, I believe that we can do it, and we need to get behind them and support them. Support them. I don't believe that our government is really supporting young innovative leaders. I don't believe that. I believe right now it's turned into a fraternity and a frat who is kind of party, and not necessarily getting behind those that who looking to lead Barbados and take Barbados to the next level.
Yeah. Real interesting. But one question here, Michelle is saying, what about the capital to back these projects? Facebook, for example, it's by young people, young man, right? And Instagram and all these, but they need investors. Every venture needs capital, and every venture needs guidance. So what you're saying, that we need to be more producers and not consumers. How are we going to be able to get the capital and the guidance? Yeah, go ahead, Theirry. Open your mic.
Quickly, just want to say thanks to Dave for putting out the picture. And I will ask all Black persons to continue to support Julian Brown. And to me, reading his posts, he's getting very tired, and he's getting certain tracks from a certain person. So keep your eyes on Julian Brown. He's brilliant. Now, in terms of your question for capital, I'm going to speak from being a young tech startup in creator. It's very hard right now. Most person may look at your application and say, I'm not sure if that is going to do anything. And that's a lot of the rhetoric that I'm getting right now, pertaining to what I'm doing with technology. Luckily, I have certain mentors who have access to their networks, and we are working steadily to grow our reach pertaining to the different products and services that we're providing. But for other inventors and other innovators, and I can mention even my friend, I'll just call her Miss G, just for to be protecting her identity. When she advertised her education platform, it was very hard for her to get followers or even support and funding. Yes, she did get a grant, but the thing about it is that this Caribbean region, and more specifically Barbados, is very, what was the word I want to use? It's slow, yeah, but is they might tell you, yeah, we support you, but when it's time to actually buy into your products, and it's not only tech, but it's also products and services. And Zico is a businessman, so he should know what I'm talking about. They might tell you, yeah, man, I support you, doing when it comes time to support you, and when it comes time to pay you, it's very hard. So it's the same thing in tech, and I don't want to say it's extremely more difficult in my space, but they laugh at you and they might say, "Oh man," and they say that's like if you're a little child and you'll get there, but not everyone. No, that's the bad part. There's a lot of individuals, and I'm gonna be very clear. This has nothing to do with race. Some of them are black, some of them are white, and they want to invest in the Caribbean. Yeah, but there are not a lot of them because they're not sure if the Caribbean is a great investment. So myself and my other co creators out there with their own businesses in the tech space are trying hard to to convince them that we are the people to invest in, or we are the space to invest in.
Yeah. Well, guys, let me just thank you all so very, very much for joining us tonight on the show. I thought it was invigorating, and I love what I'm hearing. I love the producers, not consumers, and I would talk to my children about that all the time. And I'm seeing that they are now becoming producers, and I love it. I love it, love it. Zico, I mean, I feel so energized talking to you all tonight. Great job. I'm proud of you, Zico, of what I've seen your life has become. You have a daughter now, and you're taking care of her. Zico, I am so proud of you. You don't even know. Theirry, I am super proud of you. And Don is here, all of you. I just want to say that it's a pleasure meeting you. And please stay on the straight and narrow, which we didn't talk about crime tonight. We just kind of kept it, positive. All right. But you keep on the straight and narrow. Thank you all so much for joining us tonight.